Hey, what's up? Welcome to our inaugural podcast of TheSceneSLC. I'm Holly.
I'm Shonda.
Hello. Welcome. We just kind of wanted to do something where we talk about stuff going on in Salt Lake because there's a lot of stuff going on.
There is. I feel like we need to introduce Niko.
We also have
Instead of running through the whole thing, I think we need to say something about what's happening.
We have a small brown dog. So we go out to stuff a lot. We both have people in our lives that are very involved in music, and that's kind of what we do every weekend. And so we kind of thought, let's provide a service.
I'm all about service.
And do want to let you know that we have a Gmail account. We're legit. We have a Gmail account set up at TheSceneSLC@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, critiques.
No critiques.
No
Just questions or comments.
Okay, questions
Things
or comments.
like, you guys are really pretty. I wish I were
Always
more
good.
like you.
Always good.
How can I be more like you? If you feel the need to provide a critique, I need it somewhere along the lines of, if you could be less pretty, it would make me feel better.
So anyway, send us an email at TheSceneSLC@gmail.com. We've got a little thingy under us right there, that will say.
Oh, right here.
right here. Huh? Niko, come on.
So, Jenica Gale and I went to Castle of Chaos, and we heard about this hands-on thing, and they tape it to you. And that glow stick indicates for the actors in the haunted house that they can touch you. Not just touch you, but like throttle you. Things can happen.
Oh, okay, I have a problem with that.
Yes, so you have to sign a waiver. Yeah, you've got to be over 18. It's a whole big deal. They have extreme hands-on. Yeah.
As if hands-on isn't enough.
Right, and you have like 3 things indicating that people can just full-on abuse you. And they also have the monster be gone for the younger crowd, or for Holly, where you can hold up this thing and the monsters will leave you alone if you're a little too scared.
I need that.
You do.
I need that just normally, like at the mall.
In honesty, I wound up hiding all my glowy things because I couldn't take it anymore. If you're into that kind of thing, I don't think there's another haunted house out here that does anything like it.
Okay, so moving on, we have to like disclose fully. Obviously, we talked a little bit how we're very into music. We go and we see a lot of live music. Shonda's husband, Will, is the drummer for Long Distance Operator, LDO, for those of you that know them as initials. So we caught at the Urban Lounge Slug localized show, which was actually a great combo. It was YYBS, LDO, and Suicycles.
Right.
3 really great bands. YYBS not as well known. I don't feel like they've been around.
No, I haven't heard of them before LDO was set up to play with them, but I thought they were great.
They were great. I caught them at the Woodshed a few months ago, and it's like these are young kids, and so of course I go there, I feel really old. But these kids, they're on it, and I'm really they're kind of mellow. They really were a good compliment to the other 2 bands. I thought
Absolutely.
like each one have their own kind of little niche. And can we talk about local bands that say the word niche?
I think we can.
Does that make you an
Maybe not in mixed company.
bitch? Does that mean
Everything
bitch?
makes you an uppity bitch.
Niche. But I thought they were really good. So if you have a chance to check them out, of course, Long Distance Operator, the Suicycles, they're playing on Halloween.
That's right. King Niko and Royal Bliss.
That's going to be a good show. Well, you know what? And I gotta give Ransom Widener kudos for King Niko and what they did and how he jumped in at the big ass show and filled in for the singer of Panic at the Disco.
He said it was like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Like you're there and you're seeing a band that you've always loved, and suddenly the singer's too sick and you've been asked to fill in. And it was just mind-blowing to him. And Ransom, honestly, is one of the most humble, just incredible dudes I know.
Yeah.
And, we should say King Niko are all very good friends of ours. We're not biased in that opinion either. Like, they're good dudes, and, a couple of them have been in bands with my husband and have played with her boyfriend, and we have a tight-knit community out here.
We do.
We like to make sure that everybody sees the success that they do.
There's a lot of stuff coming up in Salt Lake. Actually, on Halloween, I'm not sure what else, but I know there's a lot of stuff this weekend, and I want to talk a little bit about the blackout dining at the Tin Angel.
I have so many thoughts on that.
Blackout dining at the Tin Angel Cafe. Now, I'm a huge fan of Tin Angel, and they are not a sponsor yet. If you'd like to sponsor the show, send us an email at TheSceneSLC@gmail.com. October 28th, Tin Angel Cafe is doing a blackout dinner. Now, you've heard a lot of this in pop culture, where it's like you go into a restaurant and it's completely dark. There was like some stupid chick flick where they did a scene about
When
it.
in Rome.
Yes, that's the one. That was such a bad movie.
I only saw it because it was on cable for free.
Yeah, sure. They only do one course. So it's not a totally blacked out restaurant. You're not eating everything in the dark, but they do blindfold you and feed you random shit. I don't like this idea at all.
No. And I'm going to tell you all the reasons I'm not for it. This is coming with the caveat that you should go to Tin Angel.
Absolutely.
You absolutely should.
My favorite restaurant.
I don't know that I would compel you to go when the lights are off.
No blackout dinner.
And let me tell you why. My first thought when we talked about this was sexy results. Gnocchi with white sauce. Gnocchi for him, white sauce for me.
Oh God! No! Well, that would be...
Let's not have my dad watch this.
No,
but either way.
Well, for those of us that maybe...
I just wanted to eat.
Maybe we just want to go and have our senses heightened.
If you want to do that.
Some of us want our senses heightened.
Well, let's talk about the whole census thing, because there's a quote from the co-owner where she said that people rely so much on sight when eating, and that when you cut off one of your senses, the others become more in tune, which is the whole theory behind this blackout eating thing. Because if you're in the dark and you can't see your food, you're forced to rely on everything else, texture and smell. And for me, that's the worst thing.
Well, I have extreme textural issues.
Absolutely.
Part of me, though, is really intrigued because I do like Tin Angel so much. So I'm torn. I'm really, really torn. It is $40 for the whole meal. That includes a 4-course.
That is a really good deal for Tin Angel.
And that's with wine. If you want a wine pairing, it is $66, which is still really, really good per person. Ballet West still doing Dracula, which is phenomenal. Check out the trailer. This is so cool. Actually, the footage is from the Houston Ballet, if you're into that sort of thing. And kind of as we go on and do the SceneSLC, which you can email us at TheSceneSLC@gmail.com. You tell my radio thing, you gotta repeat because no one's gonna watch this far.
Right, I like the
thing. Or if they start midway, then they'll have our email address.
I'll remember.
They've used a lot of footage from the Houston Ballet in their trailer, which is great. The sets are awesome. I think it's really cool to see a little more progressive ballet going on. It's not just your, chicken, the swan lake, the tutu, although Black Swan kind of resurrected a lot of the newfound thing for that last year. So I think that's a really good choice. Pioneer Theater is doing the Tempest Shakespeare classic. We have to say this really quick because Chuck Morey, who has been the artistic director of the Pioneer Theater Company for the last 28 years, I believe,
Good Lord,
is retiring. And this is his last show that he's done, and it kind of comes full circle. This was actually his first show that he did there, too.
Oh.
But I do want to tell everybody that I don't know why I find this so freaking fun.
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, newsflash, Niko. The McRib is back. I've never even eaten a McRib in my life. Nor am I ever going to eat a McRib. I just always think it's so funny that on the McDonald's marquees, they always say, McRib is back. Like, it's a big deal.
It's such a huge deal, and people are very excited about it. They're very excited about it. And I just don't get it because it's seriously like Play-Doh meat. It's like things that were pressed into a Play-Doh mold, and then it comes out looking like a rib. And
so it's not really a rib?
No!
A McRib is a formed, patty.
You think there's bones in the sandwich?
Well, you know what you're getting into. It's McRib, of course. I hope there's bones.
I have not had a McRib, but I'm quite certain there are no bones. Here's my bone with the problem.
We're leaving that in.
I think we should.
Yeah, totally.
I have recently become a McCutcheon. I was a Johnson before. I am now a McCutcheon. And in becoming a McCutcheon, I have become just really entertained with adding Mick to everything. McRib, I am Mick offended. I'm not interested in this disgusting travesty.
Here's what McDonald's has to say about the McRib, and I thought this was a hilarious quote, so I have to like cheat so I get it correct. McDonald's officials say. Thank you.
Sorry. Who gets to be the McDonald's official? Could it just be a cashier, or is there somebody that's designated official?
No, they have a designated. It's like the government. They have a designated.
Hi, I'm Dean, designated McDonald's official.
Dean, and I'm a dick because my name is Dean. That's a whole other episode. McDonald's officials say bringing it back every so often adds to the excitement.
Seriously, we're excited about a pressed meat sandwich. America, this is what we've come to.
But the McRib is back!
Let's not talk about politics. Let's not talk about healthcare reform. Let's not talk about any of it. Let's talk about the goddamn McRib. Because it's back.
Well, next time we'll talk about healthcare reform.
I don't think we should.
We could talk about politics. We could talk about how Australian sharks are killing more now than they used to. And polar bears. We'll throw that shit in there. Actually, no. We won't do that.
We'll talk about the local music scene. We'll talk about what McDonald's is putting out.
And we'll talk about what we're putting out too. If you want to sponsor us.
We do need more wine. We're out.
We need more wine. So please, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week with other folks. And yay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.
Now we need to go watch it.
Squeeze the bag, Jonda. You gotta rip open the top.
Ooh, it's like a Christmas present. I just did my nails. If I fuck them up, I'm gonna be really pissed off with black box.
Do you want me to do it?
No,
No, you got it.
Okay, hold on.
No!
Oh.